Why, hello, Capricorn. Peace and blessings. This is ShanGO Ray, aka Real Deal Ray, your intuition's mouthpiece. When that monkey mind wants to take over and transform, what you know it's gonna fucking do. All right, you know it's gonna happen. So this is the Shangodiac for Capricorn. It's 11/13/2018 today. Hope y'all are well. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share. Lick the fuck out that like button, okay? Pretend you like vagina, even if you're not pretending, such as myself, love vagina, okay? And like, lick the fuck out that like button, all right? And then, of course, share and subscribe and thrive and all that good stuff, all right? So, this is for the caps out there, capistranos, my cappuccinos out there. Uh, got some interesting things here for you guys today. I'm looking around here. Oh, I'm looking around. Let me say this real quick to you here. This time can be a very miraculous time for you. I feel like already, you know how like people get all like in with out with the old, in with the new type shit, especially around December 29th, right? um, I think that for many of you caps, especially you caps on a particular frequency, and especially if you caps are watching this, it's already begun for you. Uh, this was the card in the middle here, all right? Jack of Hearts. Now, this is also called, and it's funny because this card just came up in the last reading I did for Gemini. And earlier today, I just happened to stop by on Facebook, and uh, a guy that I know, he posted something about this. This is also the Jack of Hearts in my particular way of doing cartomancy, is also synonymous and corresponds with the Christ card. Okay. Now, I'm not talking about a dude who walked around in sandals, all right, um, or anything like that. What I'm talking about is a kind of consciousness here, and I feel like what some of you Capricorns are doing, and I feel it's actually kind of a slim number at this point. I do feel that's gonna change rapidly here. Some of you are just going to instinctively do this, but I feel like the healing of your heart is so important right now. Okay, now there's a lot of things going on right now with you, of course. This is not just about that, but I wanted to address this first and foremost. The healing of your heart, the clearing this out, because for you especially right now, and where what you're going into through this portal, this 1111 portal now, it's going to require you to really come from your heart center, all right, from your heart chakra, okay, from your anahata, all that shit, whatever you want to call it, right? But some of that is also healing and releasing traumas from the past, okay? Healing traumas and shit from the past, okay? Um, these things are really only the only things right now causing a lot of the turbulence. A lot of it is old echoes from some of these traumas, okay? So I do feel like though that some of you though, they're telling me that some of you are on your shit as far as this heart-centered shit already. Like y'all are on it. For the rest of you, some of you are not going to get on it. You're going to avoid it because it seems to be easier to avoid than to address some of these things and to actually stand and face and acknowledge these things and say, hey, what is it that you want to tell me? You know, and it's not easy. If it was, everybody would do it. Everybody's shit would be emerald green, fucking ejaculating green light everywhere, and that's just not the case. So, but I do want to also say that some of you, um, some of the other things that this card is telling me about you, some of you Capricorn, some of you either trying to get pregnant or you're, some of you just had a baby or expecting a new child. Some of you just had a child. Let me stop bullshit. Some of you just had a child, so you got the newborn, little baby going on. So congrats to whoever that applies to. All right. Now let's move to this one. This is kind of interesting though. What do we have here? Two of Hearts reversed. So And you know what's also, and I think this is, they're telling me, right, they're showing me right back to this Jack of Hearts thing. This is also taking you back. Some of you have been like, man, I've been dating the same nigga with a different face, basically. And this pattern is based on an imprint, of course, uh, from the heart chakra. And this is actually a golden opportunity dressed in shitty work clothes to go inside and, do some healing. Just do some healing. If you don't know how to do healing, it's simple. You talk to your divinity and you say, hey, man, I don't know what to do with this. Heal this for me. You know, there is another method of healing that I have been also doing. I did it before years and years ago. Years ago. Like before when 2000 only had one digit after it, like 2006, 7, 8, something like that. And some of you may know about this, but try it out. Give it a try. Give it a week or two to try. I believe it's some Hawaiian shit. It's called like Ho'oponopono or some shit, but it's basically a simple mantra that you say to your divinity, and it's just, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And basically, what you're saying that for is, A, I love you to your divinity. I'm sorry for, whatever misperceptions I might have acted on, or, for doubting in you, and all this other stuff that has caused, for my part in causing whatever this situation, circumstance, whatever it is in my life. It's also an act of taking full responsibility for your whole reality, not just the good shit, not just the shit that you're proud of. And please forgive me. You're forgiven as soon as you say that, because you're going to forgive yourself. And then thank you, gratitude. So it combines all of that into four phrases. I wanted to give that to you. All right. But there has been a relationship, a breakup that's been on your mind. And they're telling me right now, some of you, this is not like necessarily new. It didn't just happen last week, but the effects of this particular breakup were very hard. Were very, very hard. And for some of you, it may have been, yeah, we had a child, but we broke up, or for some reason, whatever the case may be, whatever. And now the child's here, but the relationship is not as far as what it was to create that child. Or if there's no child, it's just the relationship itself, but it's leading you back to that heart space. Okay, it's definitely leading you back to that heart space. I want to also say, as far as physically, some of you Capricorns would do good by moving around, doing some form of physical exercise. When you move around, when you get your body going good, when you get the meat suit, the avatar, up to par, it does make a difference. It really, really does make a difference. So for some of you, um, you got to get past that. Oh, I'm not going to stick with it. Oh, it's not going to make a difference. Oh, it's not this. Oh, it's not that. Um, and for those of you who are dealing with a type of injury, or maybe even a particular form of a dis-ease, or some type of a condition that affects you, well, the reason I'm telling you this, let me show you here. You got this. And what this is just telling me, what it's all about right now. Of course, yes, it is based on the unknown, because it's a joker. It's cloaked energy. But what it's saying to me is, it is time to take that leap of faith. And sometimes that leap of faith is not necessarily really a big deal on the outside. It's more of a bigger deal on the inside, because it challenges your perception of who you think you are. Well, I'm not really the kind to exercise, or I'm not the kind to, like, maybe change what I eat so that way I feel better, so I have more energy to do certain shit and be in a better mood and be a better version of myself, even if just in that little way. But I feel like it's going to have big ramifications and big things for you. Okay, now, somebody over here too has some shit going on in the family realm, in the familial realm. Okay, this could be dealing with a mom, an aunt, or even a father, or something like that. But it definitely is not, it has you not feeling secure. Okay, You've been looking for this sense of security within your family, okay? This is also leading you back to that heart space, the big J heart, okay? This is leading you back there. And for some of you, this is also manifesting in family members costing you money, costing you time. Everybody's calling on you. You're the one to call on when there's an emergency, when there's something. Oh, I need something. Your brother's calling you. Yo, let me hold $300. It's like, hey, what? Like, I got my rent coming up, like, and maybe before there may have been questions of boundaries and shit like that. But they're telling me, thank you. They're telling me also you need to establish better boundaries, healthier boundaries within your family relationships, all right? Within your family relationships. Mm-hmm. And underneath it all, some of you caps have always kind of had this cycle where maybe you kind of go up and then you go down. You're on top for a minute and then you kind of just sink down. Your thermostat brings you down. When I say your thermostat, I'm referring to your self image, okay? Your self image and who you envision yourself to be. You cannot outrun your self image. If you want to make any change in your life, first and foremost, you have to step into that person who um, is that, who does that, who has that, as your self image, how you see yourself, how you see yourself. If you see yourself as somebody who always lets yourself off the hook, you never hold yourself to your own word, you always break your own word to yourself, and therefore you may break your word to others a lot, or whatever. That's just an example of one type. But if you want if you want to change anything, let's just use that example. You have to see yourself as the type of person like, I honor my word. If I need to, go through a little discomfort to honor my word, like I'm going to honor it because I gave my word, okay? But this is also reflecting in money, also material things. Sometimes I know some of you caps are working two jobs and it still just does not seem like it's enough, okay? It's on an energetic level. Um, it's also about what is important to you, because some of the things that may be important to you now may be more liability um, contextual, I guess. They're more of a liability, I guess, than an asset. And it takes you to step back and really examine what is going on with you. Like, what are my priorities right now? Because some of the things you can look and you be like, okay, well, this is I can do without this now. I've outgrown this now. This isn't as important. I don't know why I'm still doing all this and that for this when this is not even something like I could just cut this shit off right now. Okay, so there is some also self-examination. And there's been a reluctance to examine yourself, to spend some time with yourself, Netflix calls, the email calls, the Facebook calls, the Instagram, the Snap, whatever. And next thing you know, weeks, months, another year has gone by, and you know, you I don't say missed your opportunity, because there's only now and at any time you can do this. But I'm just saying this illusion of time is going by, so just keep that in mind. Some of you have also had problems, either with a father or a father-like authority figure. Um, Also with the father of your children, this may also be the relationship we was talking about. Okay, father of your children. I know that there's somebody out there. Y'all was planning on doing the whole thing, and all of a sudden this guy just dipped. He just dipped, straight dipped. You may not have even heard of him right now yet, or from him, or just heard sparse amounts of information, even from him. But it's almost like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and gone, gone. Okay, so let me see what this is here. Uh, hey, I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I don't know why they're saying this, but they're saying also, if you want to also improve your relationships, especially your romantic relationships from here on out, there's some things that you do also have to forgive your mother about, okay? Your mother. How did Brandon Lee say it? Mom is the name for God on the lips of children, okay? So some of the imprints, some of the things that you have been dealing with is because that's what you have been shown by the woman that was God to you. Okay? And that also was an aspect, not the soul. Of course, we take full responsibility for ourselves here on Shango TV, you know. But yeah, it contributed though. It contributed. It's not about blame, it's just about awareness. Oh, really? Damn, that's what that is. Right? Now I can do something about it. I don't have to be a slave to this unconscious programming, to this, all this stuff. Okay? And let me see what else we have here. I didn't even want to talk about Discordia, but I kind of have to because it's here. Some of you, look, man, I'm just going to say it the easiest way I can, okay? This is not meant to inspire paranoia or anxiety, okay? And this hopefully does not apply to a lot of you. So, that, having said that, um, I feel some type of really shitty, unforeseen event about to pop off, okay? This could be a combination of things. This could be um, it's Joker energy, so it's cloaked. But I feel like this has the potential anyway to take you into a kind of a darker space as far as your continence, your attitude, your overall vibe, and your emotion, and just your emotional vibe. You know, so uh, I know that doesn't really help you as far as what do I do about it, because for this different people and in so many different ways, so there's no possible way that I can. But what I can say is if you can somehow create some space between you and your thoughts, when or if this does transpire, this if you are one who this applies to, then as you're going through it, you don't have to get taken in by a lot of these darker emotions, by a lot of this desperation. You know, you may still, of course, experience it, but you don't have to be stuck there, is my point. Okay? And the more you have a profound amount of resources in relaxation. Relaxation gives you profound amounts and profound access, excuse me, to a lot of the resources that you have inside, a lot of your resilience. Okay, when you're stressed out, you're basically shutting that off. You don't have access to it. Okay, and to get in, I mean, to get out, you got to go in, and that's what it is. So you needs to be able to relax, even just fucking relax and allow, you know, allow your soul to speak. Okay? Allow your soul to speak. So if that is you, that's what's going to be called for, because this is more than just the event or what happened. This is about you. This is you home to yourself for some reason, your reason. And it's not up to me to say it, it's up to you to discover, to find out what that is. Listen, get yourself a goddamn email reading. We are having a special on 5 question email readings. What is that? It's a You can submit 5 carefully specific questions. The better your question, the better it's going to help me to be able to answer it, and the better the answers that I can provide to you. Okay, fuzzy answers and fuzzy logic equal fuzzy excuse me, fuzzy questions and fuzzy logic equal fuzzy answers. So, having said that, you know, there's also the 1111 Gateway Breakthrough ritual that you could still tap into. And if you are just that assed out, I do have a video. If you go to my channel, look under videos, you'll see a spiritual assistance spell that you can use to help you, traverse and maneuver and gain access to certain spiritual guidance and support, which can also take the form of chance happenings, different people, and stuff like that. So, peace and blessings to you. This is Shango Way. We'll be at you again.